Hello likers, welcome back to our channel. It's me, your fave, your one and only, your baby girl Malaika. So likers, today we are doing the critical review of Mr. Aloy's series When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare, episode 28. It starts with Clara, who is prepping breakfast for her family, but she's very peaceful. She's just quiet, doing things peacefully, like everywhere is calm and all the rest. Then when she was done, she went upstairs. Normally, this is a day where she's supposed to choose if she's staying with her family or she's continuing with her business. Her husband seems very happy, because at this point, the fact that Clara wasn't saying anything and at that time she was still at home, it means that she had chosen to stay with her family, and the mother also was happy because to her, it is better for Clara to choose her marriage over her own mental health. Yes, I'll call it that way. She should choose her marriage, because the restaurant is therapeutic for her. It is peaceful. It gives her the sense of independence, financial independence, especially and stability. But now the next thing you see Clara coming downstairs with her bag, with her luggage. And everyone is surprised because her husband thought he had won. But only for him to find out that Clara chose herself. She chose her mental health. Because at the end of the day, your daughter will grow up. She'll be out of the house. Your husband will have his own life. What about you? You'll be a shadow of your own self. She realized that at this point, it is best for her to choose her. And she chose her. She chooses her. So, but now it is not okay with everybody. It was okay if she had chosen the family, but now that she decides to make a choice that suits her, that gives her joy, her mother realizes that she has an issue. And to her mother, she's sick in the head to do something like that. To her mother, it's not normal. How dare, Clara will choose herself. To her it will sound as though Clara is being selfish, not knowing that at this point Clara has to choose her. Yes, like us, because at some point in life it has to be about you. You will see Jennifer being happy because she realizes that Clara has done the right thing, which is something that she wanted Clara to do. She never wanted Clara to give up her dream. She never wanted Clara to choose something else. And now you see Benita, she's panicking. She realized that things are not the way she thought they were going. Like, things are not going the way she would have expected them to go. Yes, because at this point now, it's not about her anymore. She's a big girl. She can take care of herself. And her mother could finally live her life, of doing what is best for her. Yes, and for everyone. But Jonathan, being Jonathan, he couldn't bear it. He couldn't bear that rejection, because to him it's rejection. To him Clara is doing the wrong, doing the wrong thing. But you could see Jennifer very excited, and I like that because yeah, she helps Clara out, by making her to see that she could choose herself, because she needs to choose herself. The next thing shows Jonathan, who chased Clara outside, hoping to convince Clara to come back home. But he's forgetting something. This is a woman. Those manipulative tactics can no longer work, because if you give somebody a choice, you give somebody options, to pick and choose, eventually they will make a choice, and whatever choice they make, you have to accept it, because you gave them options to choose from. So I don't think it should be a problem, that Clara chooses to leave, and choose her restaurant and stay there, because Clara is surprised at the end of the day. It's obvious that Jonathan doesn't even know where he stands, because you have to pick a side. If you've given me an option, you cannot be chasing me down, to ask me why I am doing that. Yes, that is why there are options for people to choose from. But Jonathan, being Jonathan will always, want to pull a fast one on Clara, like wanting to make Clara feel guilty. He wants to make Clara feel like this is what Clara has always wanted to, to do. Like, to him, it's more like, you've always wanted to do this, you're pretending, but true, honestly speaking, this is what you've always wanted. You've always wanted to go after Hanks, and all the rest. You leave your family. Who will take care of your daughter? Who will take care of your husband? Who is your husband? Like, the funny thing is that sometimes people, people give others condition, and they try to, they forget that nobody was born with another person. Even twins, triplets, and whatsoever, they don't buy together. You understand? They don't have the same destiny. So you cannot, even parents, I've never heard that they buried, parents with their kids, or they buried kids with their parents. People, everybody have their life. You cannot want somebody to live your life for you. Clara chose her, and that was the best choice she could have ever done. But Jonathan does not want to let her go, because he just realized that he is broke. And with that, Clara, his nya should be out. Now he's trying to use their daughter to blackmail her. He's trying to use their daughter against her. Not only you've resigned your job, you resign your job, and now, your wife is leaving you. So I think it just dawned on him that, I effed up. Oh. This thing that I did is not going to work. You've not seen anything yet. You made a choice, so you have to live with it. Yes. And Clara also made her own choice, and to leave. Go to her restaurant, to start all over. It is better for her. At least she'll be able to live her life, without any problem. Because what's the essence of you staying in a home where there's no peace, where they give you conditions all the time? And now he realizing that Clara has made this decision, he wants them to talk. What are you people talking about? There's no need in talking. The talking has been done. At some point, there's a time in one's life that you need to take decision, and whatever decision you take, you stand by it. Yes, stand by your decision. Because that's what makes you the man that you are. Stand by your decision. Jonathan, the next thing shows Jonathan, who went back in, and was breaking things, was sad that Clara had to leave, was sad that Clara had to choose herself. He couldn't believe. He was like just being angry at everyone, at everything, telling Clara's mother that, like, he just wanted people to do something. What can people do? This is you made this decision. You started this, you called a meeting, and Jennifer had to remind him that this is on you. Yes, this is on you. Stop looking for solution elsewhere. This is on you. You wanted this. You gave her a choice, and she chose her. You thought you could use your manipulative tactics on her. Yes, because the honest thing is that Jennifer is very pissed, at her brother, because she introduced, like, she made forced Clara to marry him, and she's realizing that it was a wrong thing she did. It was the worst thing she could have done. And Jennifer made him to understand that you used your daughter against your wife. You used your daughter to manipulate her mother. You did all of that, and now you cannot stand here, and start looking for who to go and help you solve your problems. Do that yourself, and besides, she's gone, and gone for good, because Clara made it very clear that she's not coming back. If she's coming back, she's coming just to get her stuff. And that is when it dawned on this girl, Benny, that her mother has left. Her mother has left. Now Jonathan is crying, begging his mother-in-law, to help him, to talk to his wife. She needs to come back home. To which home? The same home you ask her not to stay in. The same home, you want her to leave because, yeah, you feel because it is your home, and all the rest. Yeah, she has decided to leave as you wanted her to leave. And now he just dawned on him that he's broke. Like, as I can't lie to you people. All this cry that Jonathan is crying is just because he's broke. It's because he knows that he doesn't have money to take care of himself. So the next scene shows Clara's mother, who went to Benny to try to also manipulate Benny, to manipulate her mother, to come back, to, like, they've always been doing that. They'll go to Benny to talk to her mother, so that her mother will not do something. And it's been working, but at this point it's not working anymore, because you people touched the wrong button to making her to have to choose. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So Benny also is trying to prove that She's trying to behave like she doesn't care. And Clara's mother, that's why the other time I was very pissed. I think that was last week. Clara's mother, I don't think this woman is a good woman. I can't lie to you people. Because how can you go to a child and tell her that if her mother truly loved her, she won't have gone? Because no mother. Sometimes some people will take the 80s or the 70s or the 60s to compare it with the thousands. You cannot. Those are generations far apart, You cannot. Because women back then, they would tolerate their husband's excesses. They will take it, they will know that this man, what they are doing is wrong. They will accept it, they will let it, they will just take it because of love. But women today, some women today, they don't like, those kids, you can eat them if you want, because nobody will be buried with kids. They'll make you understand that they've tried their best. At this point, it's all about them. And like us, I don't blame anybody for picking themselves over others. The next scene shows Jonathan, who is in the sitting room. He's just stressing out, and Jennifer is taunting her elder brother. Oh my God, Jennifer! See, Jennifer is best to be with Jonathan. I'm happy because Jonathan needs to feel it. Yes, he needs to feel it, because you had a good woman in your arms. You chose to let her go, and now you are feeling bad. You're not supposed to feel bad. Yes, you're not supposed to feel bad. And he's irritated by anything. You cannot be feeling bad because you caused this. Jennifer is just trying to make her brother understand that if only he could bring down his ego, things could be better. Because the problem is that he's not willing to bring down his ego. He's always behaving as if he knows best and is better than everyone. Yes. And to her, that's the reason why he's having all these issues. The fact that he thinks that he's better. The fact that he wants to show that he's Odogu silencer. He's the man of the house. His wife, she needs to sit at home for him to take care of her. This is a dream for some men, for their women to be financially independent, for their women to hold them down. But no, it's not the dream of Jonathan. Jonathan wants to be that man, that self-centered man. He wants the world to know that, he's the provider. It's not as if you want the world. People will definitely know that you are the provider. You don't need to sing it, because providers do not sing. You don't need to sing. You don't need to try to prove a point to anybody, because look at now, your marriage is falling apart. Yes, it is falling apart. For what? Because you want to prove a point. Because you're listening. You keep listening to somebody who is not in a relationship. Neither is that person married. You keep listening to that person, not knowing that that man is out there to destroy your marriage. He's out there to destroy your relationship, but he's the one you're listening to. Not knowing that there are some friends that you think they are friends. They are foes. They are frenemies. They are not friends. We should be very careful. Jennifer is making him to understand that if you don't bring yourself down, and this woman told her brother, calm down, go and join your wife. You people should work together. Work hand in hand, No, he wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. He cannot bring himself. The next scene shows Jennifer in the kitchen, cooking. And Benny, goes to her, and Benny wants to eat. And she's forgetting that is not her mother, that is her aunt. Her mother is the one that would let her sit and she'll do everything for her. So she's confusing. She's thinking that her mother is her aunt, So allegedly, her aunt made her to understand that, Benny, I am not your mother, okay? I am not your mother that wants to do everything for you. You are 14, yes. You are 14. In some places, for a 14-year-old is a wife, maybe a mother even, yes. So you should enter the kitchen and cook, because I know your mother must have taught you, which is the right thing. Because to Benny, I think Benny is doing that not because she's not a good aunt, no, but she's doing that because if she keeps doing it, things will be so easy. She'll make their life easy, and that is not what she wants. She wants their life to be miserable. She wants them to miss their mother and wife. Yes, that's what she wants. So Benny is seeing it as if it is her right for her aunt to help her out, for her aunt to cook, whereas her aunt is there busy making indomie for herself. so that she can eat, And Benny, she wants Benny to cook. Let her start on, maybe from there she'll start appreciating, all the things that her mother has been doing for her. Yes. Maybe then she will realize that her mother has been sacrificing a lot for her. This woman did not even give birth to you, but this woman chose to take care of you. She chooses to be there for you, to do all these things for you, but you cannot even appreciate it because of the kind of father that you have, And her aunt is making her understand that no matter what you do, I will not help you. You will cook for yourself, and all the rest. Because if you wanted your mother gone, you should have thought about who was going to cook for you. Yes. If you were doing that because you thought that your aunt was going to help, it's not possible. It's not possible. And that is the best thing. Like us, honestly, sometimes I know some people say that to do things, based on how it's happening, or to give gbas is not good. Sometimes it is good. Now she realizes that her father is around. She started pretending as if, she's okay. She doesn't care. Her mother can go, blah, 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 stuff like that. Making her father knows that she stands with him, whereas she's crying in silence, whereas she's not happy. And to know that Jonathan is a bad father, and I am glad that Clara actually left, because he is even happy, instead to tell his daughter that don't speak to your aunt like that, because she's always speaking like that because she realized that her father walked in and her aunt did not realize it. Yes, like us, we are going to end this video. Honestly speaking, some men out there, they should understand that their wives are not their enemy. The fact that, yes, it's true that it looks a type, when the wife is financially buoyant more than the husband. Yes, to some people they feel a type. They'll say everybody will know that the husband is not doing anything, the wife is the one taking care, but it doesn't matter. Like us, we are going to end this video. Please always make sure you protect your mental health, okay, above anything. On this note, we'll have to say